Hey friends, let's talk about the PaySafe merger with the Bill Foley acquisition. Now, I don't want to hype too much about what this is because I've made so many videos and I just don't want to beat this over the head right now going into it again. And if you're watching this video, you probably already know about what this company is, what they're doing. But I want to look at this and say, is this worth the squeeze right now? Is there enough juice in this right now to get in right now? And how long are we going to be sitting here squeezing this thing trying to get the juice out? And what I'm trying to say with this is, we could be waiting years for this to really do something, especially if you're thinking this is going to be like a big dividend stock right off the bat. Probably not going to happen. Talking about how long is PaySafe going to take to pay off. Now, what we know so far, Bill Foley, the Foley acquisition is merging with PaySafe. And honestly, the Foley acquisition is still sitting at a very reasonable price right now. Every week, I just gather up another 20 to 30 shares at around the $14 range right now. But a lot of people have been messaging me and saying, how long is this going to take to really take off? What I did was I looked for other companies that were similar to PaySafe and how long they took to really take off and pay their investors something for sitting there and just waiting for the stock to kind of mature. And obviously, closer to the merger, we're going to see really big numbers. But after the merger, we could definitely see a huge pullback for maybe even a year. So that's why if you're wanting to get in, you need to get in now and just sit there. And one thing that I do like here and that I think could help speed up the process of PaySafe becoming a really hefty stock is pretty much everything Bill Foley touches here. And he's done this before. His company has done this. They have merged with other companies and they've really turned other companies around and made them into something. So he could really speed up the process of this becoming like, a $20 to $30 stock within the first year and sitting and staying at that. Look at this guy, just not a care in the world. But let's look at PayPal. Let's look at the history of PayPal. How long did it take PayPal to really get somewhere? Because honestly, I think PaySafe could become even bigger than PayPal. And I'll explain why here in a second. But going into the history of PayPal, just 2015 was a $50 stock, to 2017 becoming an $80 stock, to 2020 really taking off. PayPal is just a really hefty stock and people that buy it usually just buy it to let it sit there. That's about it. It's kind of peaked, it's kind of matured. It's almost become a savings account now as a stock. You're not going to get too much more out of the squeeze there, but that took some time. And PayPal, the funny thing about it is, PayPal originally started in 1998. PaySafe started in 1996. Now, that's not to take anything away from PaySafe. PaySafe is a very established company. It's a very big company. It really is. It's just never been that popular until the last few years. Now, talking about popularity, I go into this little graph right here and looking at what is the most popular source of digital currency being used to pay people, businesses, things of that sort. And PayPal's always been in the lead pretty much. And Venmo is down there too, and Venmo is very close to what PaySafe is as well. And honestly, I really think Venmo is just going to keep growing to where I think PayPal, Venmo, and PaySafe are going to be top competitors with each other. Now, the unique thing that PaySafe does and will keep doing, and it's going to keep getting bigger here, they do a lot of transaction activity with gaming, gambling, and that sector is getting really big right now. Just look at DraftKings. That stock has just went crazy. Not only is PaySafe going to be a company that does transactions with money, but they're going to be a company that does transactions with money with the gaming and gambling sector. So it's pretty much a double-edged sword right there. This isn't just in North America, South America, and Europe. This is all of them. This is pretty much a worldwide company at this point, PaySafe. And so when this merger happens with the acquisition to PaySafe, a stock that people can invest in, yeah, I think we're going to see huge gains here. But I don't know that it's going to be right up front. I don't know that you're going to see this be like $100, $150 stock right up front. Because you're going to have a lot of investors that aren't going to want to miss the boat and they're willing to put in major amounts of money and just let it sit there for large amounts of time. But then you're going to have people that are just not that patient, because one of the hardest things to do in the investing world is to be patient. And this is what you're going to have to do with PaySafe. As an investor, you're going to have to be a long-term investor here to see something really come out. So my question is to all of you, Are you willing to wait? Can you wait for this for the next 3 to 5, maybe even 8 to 10 years for this thing to really take off? Who knows? It could be a lot sooner. No one can really predict what's going on in the stock market. The stock market goes and runs so much faster nowadays, it's hard to really say. Analysts can say what they want, us YouTubers can say what we want, but we kind of have to go with just what we know. And honestly, one of the main things PaySafe is going to need here, they're going to need a lot of publicity. They're going to need a lot of people to know who and what they are for them to get used a lot. In 2019, PaySafe had 98 billion transactions alone. It's got 12 global locations employing 3,000 people. Now, that's not a lot, 98 billion, that sounds like a lot, but honestly, PayPal's going to do, triple that, I'm sure. But if you are investing in PaySafe, the great thing about this is, this isn't like some new startup company. This is a company that is established. They've been doing great numbers. And honestly, yeah, I see this being a healthy stock. I see this being around a $30, $40 stock by this time next year. But friends, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, become part of the community, and thank you so much, and God bless you all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.